Hey there, and welcome to the Locker Room. Coach Giggs here, and today's message, confidence. Get it? Confidence. Get it? I was at the pool the other day, and sitting next to me were several people, and I couldn't help but one of the individuals talking about New York City and a fashion show that she was about to go into, and I kind of, being a little nosy that I am, I nosed in there, and I found out that this young lady was the one of the designers for Alice and Olivia. Now, for those of you girls out there, you know that designer. She makes some really, really cool dresses. In fact, for my daughter's 18th birthday, both of the dresses that she wore for the photo shoot, of which, by the way, where this is being filmed, Tom Concordia, my producer of these locker rooms now, he's the one who did the photography for my daughter. Well, on that day, she wore those two dresses from Alice and Olivia, and I happened to meet one of the designers there. And when I was talking to her, I said, boy, what a career you must have over there. It must be exciting. And she looked at me, and she kind of sadly looked, and she says, not really, I'm not really happy. I says, oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. Well, why is that? She says, well, I kind of can't go much further right now. I'm really not a designer. I'm an assistant to the designer. And so she went on to tell me how she hasn't been able to really get that high up. And she said, and the reason is because she doesn't have her education. She didn't go further to get her education. I says, well, let me ask you a question. Would you like to move up and maybe one day own your own brand? She goes, I'd love to. Well, it's going to take confidence. I says, why don't you do this? You're very young right now. I said, it's obvious that you really want to do something. Why don't you go after that education? Why don't you go after those three initials for the back of your name, MBA? Because it seems to me like that's what's holding you up. She goes, yes, that's definitely it. Because I want to do it so bad, but I just don't have the time. And all of a sudden, all these buts started happening. I said, honey, the only problem I think that you have here is that your butt's in the way. I did say that. I said it in a nice way. I said, what do you mean, but this, but that? I said, listen, if I was your father, I'd tell you right now, get your confidence, and if it means getting your education and furthering it, well, go get it. Because you're going to feel really, really good about yourself when you know that you've disciplined yourself to overcome all these odds to get those initials, and now you're going to have an amazing rise up in your career rather than feeling like you feel right now. Well, I was thrilled to get the feedback from her saying that she was very motivated by our visit. And in fact, she texted me the other day and said she's talking to her parents and she's deciding that she's going to go get her MBA. Confidence. You got it? If you don't have it, go get it. Do what you got to do to be confident. For me, in my profession, in order for me to be confident with what I'm doing, I need to do a lot of work so that I make sure that I know exactly what I'm doing. So when I went into someone's home and sat at the kitchen table to sell insurance to them, that I really knew what I was talking about, that I could answer all of their questions, address all of their concerns. And in order to have this confidence, it was a lot of hard work behind the scenes. So I want to encourage you today to realize that confidence, your confidence, is at the center of all of your success or the lack of success. So whatever you got to do, grow your confidence. Get educated more if that's what it takes. Study your craft more if that's what you have to do. Meet new people who can help you grow. Whatever you do, though, get your confidence. Keep it, and you'll be living your best life, guaranteed. Thanks for joining me in the Locker Room, gang, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
If you know someone you feel has a special story to tell or like to share, please email Eric directly and he will reach out to you and or this individual, even if you think this person is you. And by the way, if you've enjoyed and feel the Daily Locker Room has served as an inspiration in your life, why not share it with a friend by sending them the daily message?